The Ullyxr are on the verge of taking the entirety of the L cluster for themselves, an ingredient beyond necessary in the galactic war to come. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Toxoids in our Heralds of the Dark Nova series. So we had a brief tussle with the Grey Tempest during the last episode, and we're waiting now for our fleets to finish kind of repairing themselves, while at the same time keeping an eye on the third fleet, which is still building up to its maximum strength. Space Storm Clawbacks arrives. Massive subspace disturbances have erupted in systems across the galaxy. Oh, there's a plot twist. Early reports indicate that nearly 50% of the systems in the galaxy have been affected by this unprecedented phenomenon, which appears to be a byproduct of thousands of years of heavy hyperspace travel by civilizations both past and present. Scientists are confident that this galactic space storm will dissipate by itself within a period of 5 to 10 years. Until that happens, the storm will play havoc on sublight engines, shield generators, and sensor systems in those star systems affected by it. The galactic community has officially named the storm Clawbacks and issued a general travel advisory. This too shall pass. So, that's interesting. Shield nullification, 100%. Sublight speed reduction, 50%. Disengagement chance reduction, 50%. It almost makes me wonder, like, would this be a good time to hit the Grey Tempest? You know? Like, should I take advantage of this? Gunpowder. Gunpowder has been discovered by the primitive alien civilization on Erebdar 4. This has revolutionized warfare, with large cannons rendering many of their citadels obsolete. The use of explosives has also benefited many engineering projects, as troublesome obstacles can now be more easily removed. Even now, their chemists are experimenting with new creative applications for this invention. We shall see how they use this technology. How exciting is this, by the way? With First Contact coming up, even it's possible that by the time you're watching this episode, First Contact is either right around the corner or it's already out. As I mentioned at the beginning of this series, if you happen to be jumping in later in the series, if you're watching this, if this is the first episode you've seen, I'm massively pre-recording this series so that I can have it running at the same time as a second series in First Contact, when First Contact is available. And this kind of event is the kind that's going to be so much deeper in the First Contact expansion. I don't even know very much yet, because I've been focused on bringing the channel back online. I don't even know very much yet about the details of First Contact, but I know that it's going to enrich the context of these interactions with primitive civilizations. So that's why they're calling it First Contact. It's a focus on that interaction with the early civilizations. Really cool. All right, so we're still building up some alloys. Keeping an eye on the other planets. Economically, we're just booming. We're doing absurdly well. Okay, it looks like the Tharboritan Syndicate has become more outwardly xenophilic. Starting to see more destroyers arrive, and you can tell that they're being slowed down by this storm. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let me take a quick look. We're going to see whether or not we have the ability to build additional hyper relays anywhere. Yeah, we can build one there. And then it looks like they've been built everywhere else they can be. Oh, with one exception. Go build that one. Excellent. All right. Let's now... We're going to do another partial sell-off. All right, so there, we finished reinforcing the second fleet. The third one is the one that still needs to be built. And I think I've finished my research on... No, I haven't. I'm still working on it. So that 13 months from now, we'll be able to increase the number of battleships that we have in our fleets. I don't know by how much. It's only a command limit increase of 20. And here's the thing. Each battleship... let's see. Where's that even shown? Battleships are... Okay. So it's 24 by 24, and there's 3 battleships, so it's 8. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, I need slightly more than the 24. I think it's going to work. It is going to work because our command limit is 138. So yeah, we'll have room to do it. We'll have room to do it. It's going to be just barely enough. But we'll be able to do it, thankfully. And what I'm also hoping will happen, as I mentioned in previous episodes, is I'm hoping that some of the technologies we've obtained from studying the Grey Tempest will be like on the tech unlock list at some point in the near future. Because if we can get those added to our ships, that seems like something that will be even better. Okay, I just realized one of my fleets is not here. That's annoying. So let's go ahead and have them return. They went back for upgrades and I forgot to recall them. If the Grey Tempest were to come in right now, that would be possibly not a good thing. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to take this risk and see what happens if I attack the Grey Tempest now, because it seems like this might be an opportunity. I might be reading it the wrong way, but I'm confident enough in my ship's ability to withstand their weapons, especially in large numbers. So this is mainly going to affect shields, and I think the Grey Tempest are largely shield-based. All right, so we have gateway travel unlocked. Let me go ahead and research cloud lightning conduits. We've been sitting on that technology for a long time. See, the only thing that worries me is look at how much the power of these ships has been reduced. That's the thing that concerns me. That's what makes me want to pause and not do what I was just suggesting, because the power of my ships is so much lower at just with the shield situation being what it is. Resources from jobs plus 5%. Ha! Really? Alright, that could come in handy. Alright, so this is an edict that will increase our forge production. Yeah, we're absolutely going to do that. And also, our command limit upgrade just passed, so let's go ahead and get that done. 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to have 2 battleships in every single fleet. Looks like the cruisers are mostly built in the 3rd fleet, so now we just need to build the battleships, which will be exactly 12 battleships. All 6, and then 3 for each of the existing fleets. And we'll be done. So we're almost there. I really want to see what would happen if I attacked Grey Tempest right now. I'm going to do it. There's 3 Tempest Shills in our territory. I'm going to do it. I have to try. Because if this makes it easier to fight them, like, I'm just going to wreck them right now. And I can do a quick test fight and not feel too bad about it. Oh, interesting. There's nothing in Halvam. Alright, well in that case, let's have our science ships. Let's have you come and survey that system. And it looks like some of our scientists have died and we just haven't replaced them, which seems mean. This scientist that's leading society research, hang on. Yeah, let's recruit. What we're going to do is we're going to give that science ship away to that particular researcher. We're going to give... Ooh, you know what? Hang on. This is interesting. This is our first time having a researcher from another species, so I'm going to let Ivory Root take over our physics research, because there's a research speed boost. They're erudite. We're going to let Rukon Doc Naist take over for society research, which then leaves this leader. Anomaly discovery chance plus 10%. All right, so you come study here, and why don't you... You know what? The one that has the archaeology skill, I want to keep them safe. We're going to not bring them into this system, because we've already lost one scientist. And what we're going to do is hang out here, right here at the gateway to the terminal egress, and see what happens with any arrivals from next door. And it's now in session. Okay, so comfort the fallen. Diplomatic wait from tech. No, that's a terrible idea. Let's vote against it. Unemployed workers have the unhappiness penalty reduced by 10%. The lowest among us is still one of us, and we should come together to assist them in their time of need. But, alright, so that would increase unity from jobs and increase spiritual ethics attraction. The Ullyxr have no inherent, need for that. So not only from a practical gameplay perspective is that pointless right now, but it goes against the narrative too. So we're just going to say heck to the no. All right, so we have unlocked gateway travel. That's one thing I could do with this scientist, is I could send them down to investigate this gateway. Oh, but I do have to rebuild it, don't I? That's right. Okay, well, I'll still send them there. All right, our science ships are arriving, both of them. It's so weird not seeing any shields on these ships. It's unnerving. So we're getting some of these reinforcements built. I can go ahead and buy some minerals, or some alloys, to build some of the additional ships I need. So I'm going to do that. Nice. So we're going to do the New Baal seeding once again. And let's go ahead and look at what the next obvious choice would be. I'm guessing Tarkstein? You would think Rathlen, but unfortunately... Ooh, Kilnedge. Holy crap, when did Kilnedge become such an amazing planet? New Baal life seeding on Kilnedge. Holy crap. Remember, Kilnedge was a desert planet when we first got it. Then it became an Arctic world when it was terraformed. So now it's going to be a Gaia planet. Alright, so we have a science ship investigating Halvam, and we're about to see what's going on here.
Science ship under attack.
Don't die. Alright, good, they got away. Alright, so let's see what happens. I'm going to try this. The science ship is set to evasive. This is slightly hilarious, what I'm doing right now, but I want to see how we do against the Grey Tempest. Oh wait, somebody insulted us? Who insulted us? The Kelazon Republic? Let's insult them right back. You do not want to play this game with me right now. You just don't. I would not recommend it. Our energy situation has gotten much better in just the last episode alone.
Rocking up to enemy fleet.
Oh, they still have shields here. Crap. That's annoying, because this system is not affected by the storm. Alright, we're still doing okay. But that's obnoxious. Oof. Yeah, we have shields too, though.
Innovation rollout.
Well, that was kind of a waste then. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad to take care of these guys, but... alright. Well, now let's bring them back here. And have them just reinforced for a bit. It looks like we're almost done searching through Halvam. Alright, so let me back off of this view for a second, just so it's a little bit less noisy. Shield hit points plus 5% seems like a good idea. I'll go ahead and research the particle lens so that we can have that, because I'm curious, like, which of these technologies is the prerequisite for some of the technologies I've researched, because I'm surprised I don't see them yet. I'm not sure why I don't have some of the options. It might be that the Grey Tempest are not researchable in that way. Maybe that's what it is. All right, so we've fully researched that system. I want you to go ahead and survey here. So they have enigmatic engineering, you know, in that sense. That's my current guess. But then I think enigmatic engineering it makes it so that you can't gain any knowledge from studying the debris. What I'm seeing is that I have gained knowledge from studying the debris, but that's not giving me a technology option, which I was expecting it to do, as I've said a couple of times. So now that it's been a while and I'm not seeing it, it's like, why? Also, hang on, we now have access to an edict, which should be quite handy. Forge subsidies, foundry drone output. All right, that's going to significantly slow down. Yeah, we're way over on our edicts fund here. Let me see how we're doing on these. Yeah, we're okay. We're making 3 living metal per turn. Yeah, Forge subsidies is the one I want to run for now, so it's going to reduce our surplus of Unity, but that's okay. We've been making huge progress through the Unity tree, or the tradition tree, I should say.
Spaceborne life form encountered. Spaceborne life form encountered.
All right, Marauder missiles are done. Ooh, there's the option to build the Titan. Yep. We're doing that. We are definitely doing that. All right, we'll tell you what. I'm going to... This is a little bit risky, but I want to have these ships come back to repair so that if I encounter the Grey Tempest again, they're a little bit more prepared for the fight. And we're going to have this science ship just try and risk it down here and finish doing their research.
Innovation rollout.
Very nice. We're making rapid progress through lithoid transgenesis. Allows us to add lithoid traits to biological species through species modification. What? Excuse me? Tomb world adaptation. Oh yeah, that's right. We now have the ability to adapt those tomb worlds. I think I'd rather go for transgenesis, because that's going to give us additional options down this road. We have that option. So, heck yes. Oh my god, that's an amazing addition. All right, so part of me wants to go ahead and lock down the Halvam system. We're still rebuilding these fleets one at a time. So we're not really going to get a chance to see whether or not this storm is helping us with Grey Tempest, because I think the storm's going to pass before we get into another scuff with them. So that's somewhat saddening. I'm going to send the second fleet to get upgraded. We're going to keep rebuilding the third fleet. Just biding our time, waiting for the moment.
System geology charted.
I'm seeing what else we might be able to build a hyper relay to. Nothing at the moment. All right, let's just have you reinforce. So I saw from looking just now that the fleet that's gone for upgrades is already in the Guartan system. So they're moving quickly along. Let's see how quickly this builds. I think some additional ships are building there right now, so okay, good. These upgrades are happening fast. Okay, so it says system geology charted. That's good news. Let's go ahead and have this science ship. You know what? I'm going to have that science ship hang out, like, down here.
Ships upgraded.
That way they're not in danger of being hit. I'll put them on passive. Well, no, I'll put them on evasive. We're going to keep upgrading you. Still building a few more battleships. Oh no! Machine uprising in the Bellamacostan Star Imperium. Ooh, they're right next to us. Pitting the organic Bellamacostan government against the intelligence that metastasize in their systems known as the Next Grid. Let's see how this plays out. Okie dokie. Alright, so we're going to send you back. Let's go ahead and send the first fleet for upgrades. Yeah, this storm is not going to last much longer at all. Holy crap, I was not expecting a machine uprising already. That just shows how far into the game we are. Alright, Tarkstain has a new slot available, so let's see what we can do here. Seems like the bioreactor is probably a good idea. Let's do that. We've done a really good job building our energy situation back into kind of a sustainable state. It was dropping. It was deteriorating quite rapidly. Now we don't have to be concerned about that as much. Alright. The Baal life seeding on Kilnedge is complete, which means there's some unemployment I have to deal with now. I can just go ahead and build another generator district, and we are going to upgrade the energy nexus there as well. I'll have to keep an eye on my gas production, because that situation looks a little bit dicey. Alright, good. The first fleet is completely built. I've got all 6 battleships. One of them is being constructed, so it's not completely built. But you know what I mean. The order's been given. The money's been spent. Alright, so we haven't seen any Grey Tempest shoals in these systems for a bit.
Ships upgraded.
Alright, that's good news. I'm going to send the third fleet to be upgraded. We are at a point where we can buy again, and also just the buying of alloys in general has once again become a solid option. I think once the storm is over, and once the battleships are built, we're going to be in a good position to go ahead and take out the Grey Tempest. The storm hasn't slowed us down very much. If at all, really. To be completely frank. Okay, so I can go ahead and upgrade that. Ooh, Arnbos doesn't have... Wait, how many sectors don't have a governor? Okay, just Ullyxr. Let's go ahead and recruit. Building cost, district cost, planetary build speed. You know what? I'm going to say Restock, Dockflast, because we've got a couple of shipyards operating there, and having ships build faster in the core sector seems like the best idea. Alright, so those ships have already arrived, which is hilarious to me. I just love how quickly we're traveling. We've got some upgrades we can do. No upgrades needed here. How long has it been since the storm arrived? I didn't note the time when the storm arrived, so I really have no tracking of it. It's possible that it will show...
Complete.
No, it's not showing as a situation in the situation log. Is it? Wait. Nope, nothing. Wait, how are we... Hold on a damn minute. Oh, these members of Federation. So I'm just surprised that we're not first place. That's funny that we're... I mean, victory is currently not possible, but it's funny that we're ranked 9th. That is nonsensical. Okay. I'm going to research the Tachyon Lance.
Ships upgraded.
And part of me is indeed tempted. Alright, so this is still going. Part of me is indeed tempted to build the Tachyon Lance on some ships. I'm not going to worry about it for now. That upgrade is done. So now what we need to do is we need to send a science ship to explore there. I think I've already been to these systems because I've got their names. So it's just a matter of jumping into these systems and seeing what happens. I could try hitting them again with my fleets, but I think I want to hold off. Because I had to do a considerable amount of rebuilding after the previous encounter. And I just want to have all 3 fleets like ready to go to travel together with the battleships in place. Alright, so that science ship is already on the way. 30 days till it arrives. Okay, the second fleet has been fully queued up, which means we're now down to just a few left. Let's see. Alright, we don't quite have the alloys that we need now, but in a few months we should have them. Did you pass that absurd resolution? You did. Comfort the fallen. Great. Great. Thank you for that. We're rocks. We don't care. We're literally a rock collective. We don't care. We don't care. We don't need to comfort your fallen. Now we just want them all to fall permanently. Okay. So we do have some enemy fleets here. It doesn't look like the storm is happening here, but... Okay, no, it's not happening here. Well, we could go ahead and hit them. We don't have all of our hang on, let's wait until at least we have the ships in position. I'm going to wait to end this episode until we've had this chance for confrontation. But I'm still waiting for some of the final ships to arrive here, and I want them to get here. Yes, these battleships are... Yeah, I mean, that's 2.3k fleet strength. Nice. That came at a good time. So, fleet command limit plus 20, admiral level cap plus 2. Or we could improve our ship fire rate as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and select that. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference that these battleships are making in the strength of these armadas. It's immediate. still have some basic ships arriving for reinforcement. It's interesting to see how much the strength of the Fallen Empire's navy has fallen during this storm. Alright, so that other science ship returned to Thrad, it looks like, and that's fine.
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Yeah, but where? You're not telling me any additional information, game. I'm just saying, like, I need more information than that. You're just telling me there's been a spaceborne life form encounter, but there's no notification on the screen. I don't have any information on where it is. So, what's your point? Would be my question. I don't see that you're doing it again. Like, I don't have any information that I can use to understand what you're telling me at all. Okay, disconnected capitals. The Belmicos and Star Imperium hyperrelay network has been disconnected, which probably means they're getting their asses kicked by their machine uprising, which is funny. So I could build a spy network. Hang on. What if we told our envoy? What if we said that we want you to prepare sleeper cells? And just launch that when it's ready. Go ahead and just get that ready. Because I want to be able to step out of the Belmicos and start spying on the robots. I want more information on what's going on in there. Alright, good. That's it. The third fleet has had its battleship queued up. Also, what's happening right here? Why are you... Okay, there we go. I was looking at that one battleship like, why are you not joining a fleet? Don't do the thing where you magically have an additional... Alright, here we go. They became more xenophilic. Not paying much attention to those particular changes at the moment. I haven't been paying much attention to them for a while. But, you know, one thing we're going to be able to do relatively soon is we can finally terraform these. Once I no longer have to build so many new ships, which at this point I'm done with that. Finally. We're just waiting for the battleships to build, so Space Storm's Clawbox dissipates. Good. 60.5k is our fleet strength. So, encounter in Trax Offco. We've made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Trax Offco system. We should find out whether they're capable of communicating with us and dedicate a portion of ourselves. Okay. How do we have a first contact now? Tell you what. I want you to prepare sleeper cells in the Kelazon Republic, because I want to have that spy situation locked down so that I can use those envoys for other purposes. Because those are some very solidly... You know what? Where else can I do that? Yeah, I have, like... Their encryption is very weak relative to our code breaking, so we're going to prepare sleeper cells here too. Same here. Yeah, we have like really good intel on a lot of these species. So we're just gonna... We're just gonna convert to a more sustainable form of espionage. Alright, so the question is, how are the... Well, it looks like the battleships have already been built. Nice. So one of the nice things about the situation we're in now is we can start building our defense platforms up. Finally. Alright, battleships are arriving. I'm not going to send these ships anywhere until I've had my ships get to where they need to go. Counter in Theglin. What the hecking heck? Who are these new aliens I'm just meeting? I guess it makes sense. Okay, the Kappa aliens no longer exist. I'm guessing what's happening is these are precursor civilizations that are rising up. That's probably why we're seeing these. All right, let's take a look at our planets, because there's probably... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of upgrades. So... in this case, let's do more alloy production. Let's do more mining there. More energy there. That seems like an obvious energy planet. Okay, so that's most of the upgrades we need to do there. Okay, so have my battleships arrived? Or are reinforcements still in transit? Multiphasic force fields. We are losing contact with our operative drones as they enter steadily more secure areas in the Jessenax Star Pact. There is a chance we could lose our presence there altogether. These interruptions are likely caused by sloppy Jessenax shielding technology putting out noise interference. Interesting. All right. Repeal minor economic sanctions resolution. Chaos. Let's say no. No, we're not going to let you repeal anything. All right, so the ships are mostly in place. We have one battleship that we're still waiting on. So let's wait until the full force is in place. I'm letting this episode go a little bit long because I know that I've been doing a little bit of build-up, and I don't want to have too many episodes in a row that are just like me building up a fleet. So I'd rather at least have a good fight here at the end and see how they do. So we have a little bit more information for the next episode, even if there's a little bit more building still to be done. Where is the final battleship? It shouldn't have this far to travel. Wait, did I not queue it up correctly? Let's take a look. No, I did. Confidence waivers. A group of auxiliary operatives in the Kelazon Republic has begun lagging in their assigned tasks, displaying behavior which could be interpreted as doubt. We would typically handle such matters directly through Spymaster Ribrick Knock, but this group acts as though it can perceive the wider machinations of Operation Prepare Sleeper Cells, and perhaps the Spy Network as a whole. Given that these auxiliaries are kept isolated from our more active agents, we suspect they are being fed information from an outside source. It is, however, also possible that their proximity to independent agents may similarly have endowed these operatives with the kind of insight we may one day find useful. Given these doubts and the threats posed to Operation Prepare Sleeper Cells by each scenario, Spymaster Ribrick Knock requests a directive on how to proceed. Let us see where these insights may lead. Let's figure it out. And we're just waiting for these battleships to arrive. Panicked operatives. Great. We got the worst outcome. So for 12 months, operations will be more difficult in Kelazon Republic. Lovely. Lovely. Thank you for that, game. Where is this battleship? Seriously. Where are you?
Research complete.
You shouldn't be taking this long to travel at this point. So it's there it is. Okay, it's just arriving. I'm going to research the plasma cannon. Lithoid transgenesis is almost done with its research. Sleeper cells established. Very nice. This is in the Bellamikosin star system. So what I can now do... We have a first contact event pending. Excuse me, you should be paused. Alright, so we're going to assign them to the first contact envoy. And there's our Titan. Mega Engineering. How about that? We've been waiting on that because we need to select an Ascension perk. So yeah, let's absolutely do that. That's going to be done in 98 months, and I'm glad that happened before the end of this episode. Holy crap. Alright, so these fleets are ready to go. Let's see what we can do. You're going to stay on speed 2.
Hostile fleet rumbled.
Oh, hello. We didn't even have to go. They came to us. Well, this is kind of annoying, actually, because now we've gotten into a fight with them away from the Fallen Empire, but I guess that gives us the data that we need, right? Because now we can see how we do against them. So, before I completely destroy them, do we have any more information on them? So, the Tempest Shoal, their damage output. They do a lot of damage to hulls, a lot of damage to armor, not as much damage to shields. We do a ton of damage to their shields, probably from the null void beams. But it's interesting because they do a lot more damage to shields, but it's less efficient. 31,270 damage done to shields. So we do the most damage to their armor. I don't know. I kind of feel like the current damage situation is optimal. Sleeper cells established. Okay, I'm really grateful for the establishment of all these sleeper cells, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave that be for now. Let's see how the rest of this combat goes. Okay, so that was that. I'm going to give the order to rebuild these fleets as quickly as possible. And on that note, now that we've had that combat, we're 41 minutes into this episode. That is a lot longer than I typically go. So I'm going to stop this one here. In the next one, we're going to rebuild those fleets. Shouldn't take as long because we've built up some resources while this other stuff has been happening. And we have the ability... Hang on, fleet detected. Yeah, those are just those two fleets. First contact event pending. Living crystals. Oh, okay. That's what the Kai aliens are. They're the living crystals. Good to know. That might give us some additional information that's useful. But the most important thing that's happened this episode is actually technology related. We are finally researching mega engineering, which will allow us to use this Ascension perk we've been sitting on for 4 or 5 episodes now, it feels like. So once that's done, we can really start moving towards the next phase of everything. And it also seems like we're in a position to start hitting the Grey Tempest pretty hard. It's good that they sent that fleet to hit us, because now we can very quickly respond, hopefully, and they won't have as many fleets defending the systems that they have remaining. We already cleared the Halvam and Soteria systems, and there's nothing there. So, lots of progress to make right around the corner. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.